Yeah.
Shall we talk about the royals?
Let's do that. The Prince Harry's legal challenge against the Home Office over security arrangements is being heard at the High Court today.
Yes, the Duke of Sussex is challenging a decision not allowing him and his family the same degree of protection when visiting the UK.
Well, our royal correspondent, Cameron Walker, joins us now, not from the High Court, from the Royal Courts of Justice. Apologies for the error a moment ago. Cameron, what's going on?
Well, Tom, this morning both sides, lawyers for Prince Harry and lawyers for the Home Office, have been giving their opening arguments at the High Court case in London. Shahid Fatima Casey, representing Prince Harry, says that everybody has the right to security and safety, including, of course, Prince Harry, and that RAVEC, that's the Home Office committee that decides that Prince Harry's security was going to change when he stepped back as a working member of the royal family, did not follow its own written policy and chose not to do a risk analysis. That was the allegation heard in court. Now, she also says that the decision taken by the Home Office Committee and was taken in February 2020, which was a month before Prince Harry stepped back as a working member of the royal family. Now, in written submissions, written arguments, she also referred to an incident in June 2021 where Prince Harry, no longer a working member of the royal family, but was back in the UK to attend a charity event, that his car was chased by paparazzi through the streets of in the United Kingdom because he didn't have that adequate Metropolitan Police protection. Now, in response to that, Sir James Eady Casey, representing the Home Office, says that as part of the agreement by RAVEC, the Home Office Committee, when they changed Prince Harry's security, was that if Harry returns to the UK from California, he needed to provide 28 days' notice for the Metropolitan Police to have enough planning time to come up with security arrangements for Prince Harry. On that occasion, Prince Harry only gave 17 days' notice that he was coming back to the UK. Sir James Eady also went on to say that the Home Office Committee, it was never about taking away Prince Harry's security entirely. It's just that it would not be out of the same degree and it would be done on a case-by-case basis. He also made the point that there is finite public resource for state-provided security, i.e. taxpayers. Our money has to go towards paying certain members of the royal family and individual, and that it was plainly rational and lawful for RAVEC to consider that the Duke of Sussex had stepped back as a working member of the royal family. He also said that the death of Diana, Princess of Wales, Prince Harry's mother, who died in a car crash in Paris in 1997, was taken into account when RAVEC was making these decisions back in February 2020, and added that it was likely that significant public upsets would happen if there was a successful attack on the Duke of Sussex on UK soil. He said all of that was taken into account, and on the balance of probabilities, that is the decision that RAVEC came up with, that Prince Harry's security would be decided on a case-by-case basis. But here is what the British public think.
So he should normally pay for his own private security out of his own funds. He's not a member of the royal family as such, and also because he still earns a lot of money through other different means, and should therefore has got plenty of sufficient funds to pay for his own private security.
So if he pays for it himself, he's welcome back, but not for us to pay.
He could always make a gesture, can he? That would please everybody. At the end of the day, he's still the king's son, so why shouldn't he be looked after?
I don't think any taxpayer should be paying for the monarchy anymore. I think the state of this country, the state of the NHS, the amount of homeless people on the streets, I think we've got much bigger issues that we should be paying for.
I think he should pay for his own if he don't want to be royal family. If he wants to come over, let him pay for it.
He decided that he didn't want to be part of the royal family anymore, so no.
He was born into the royal family, he had no choice. And I do think although everything that has happened, I think a lot has been wrong on Harry's part, I do think they do owe him still some sort of protection, yeah.
Now, a lot of those people were saying there that Prince Harry needs to pay for his own police protection. He did bring a separate legal challenge against the Home Office in order to try and allow them, to allow him even to pay for his own police protection. That was actually struck out of court, so he's been told he cannot pay for his own Metropolitan Police protection. But this is a 2.5-day hearing here in the High Court in London, and the judge is expected to make his decision at a later date.
And Cameron, And as one of the ladies in your Voxes there mentioned, of course, this is because of Prince Harry's own personal decision to leave the UK and move to California and leave the royal family in many ways. And so this wouldn't be a problem if he'd stayed here.
Yeah, as you said, he no longer carries out duties on behalf of the sovereign, King Charles III, or indeed Queen Elizabeth II, and it was his choice to step back and no longer receive taxpayer-funded money or security. And if you remember what the late Queen said to him following that Sandringham summit, where they thrashed out the deal of Prince Harry no longer being a working member of the royal family, it was decided that he could not be half in, half out. He's either fully a working member of the royal family or not at all, and he chose not at all.
And I suppose moving to California has enabled him to make 20 million off his book, 20 million off Spotify, 100 million off his Netflix deal, reportedly. Perhaps he can afford it after all. Cameron Walker, thank you so much for joining us outside the Royal Court of Justice, also known as the High Court.
Do you think Prince Harry understands the public opinion on this? No?
Do you think
Prince
Harry understands very much at all?
I don't know. It just seems a little bit...
I'm sure he's a lovely bloke, but I'm not sure he's...
taking the Home Office to court. It's a bit much, isn't it? It's a bit much.